One way to add visual interest to your PowerPoint slides or Google Slides is with icons. And these are really simple drawings that are provided actually by the software. So I'm going to show you how to work with those. This right here is an example of an icon. And so the way that you find these is to go to Insert, Icons, and you will get a whole library of icons to choose from. So I am just going to grab this rooster here and I'm going to click Insert. So what they'll give you is something that's just in, a basic black. I'm going to just drag it to resize it. Now, just as with any image, if you try to resize it by dragging one of the sides, you're going to end up squeezing it. So if I go like this on the side, it just makes it skinny and kind of weird looking. So I'm going to hit Control Z to undo that. You always want to go by the corners if you want to make them proportionally change size. Then to change it, it's really simple. You're going to get a menu up here that says Graphics Format. So if you click on that, then you can change the color by clicking on Graphics Fill. You get a bunch of different choices and I go through here. Or if you want to make a custom color, you can click More Fill Colors and you will get a whole bunch of different options. You can click something here or you can click on Custom and get all different options. And you can even use the RGB values if you know what those are. That's a way of making it even more specific. And so I'm going to click OK. So there's the color that I've got. If I wanted to do something like I have down here, where I've got a couple of different icons that are all the same color and size, then you would just choose the same color for those. And now that I've just did what I did with that color, if I click on this and go into Graphics Format, the color that I just used is already there. If I click that, it'll say, recent colors, so I can do the same one for that. To get them to be the same size, rather than dragging to resize it, you can do that to become, a little bit close to what you want, but then look up here, we've got the specific height and width. So if I adjust that, notice that the top and the bottom change at the same time. So that's a really good way to make sure that your icons all are the same size. And with this page, I made them all 2 by 2. The way to get a look like this would be to make your icons white and then put a shape behind them. This is by doing Insert, Shape. Now I could do this with like a circle, for example. I could create a circle. I could make sure that that circle size is something maybe like 2 by 2. And then I can drag this icon. Now notice it's disappearing behind it. So what I want to do is go to Graphics Format, click Bring Forward and Bring to the Front. Now that's in the front. And if I'd like to make sure that I can continue to sort of move this around without losing the relationship between the two, I can click the circle, hold down the Shift key, click the icon, and then I can go into Graphics Format, go to Group, click Group, and that makes these two one object. You can always ungroup them and that'll allow you to separate them again, but that is how you do that. I also noticed that this outer shape here looks like it's got an outline on it, and I want to go ahead and take that off. So okay, let me show you how it works in Google Slides. So what I'm looking at is a template that I imported from PowerPoint. So some of the icons that were in that template are already here, but Google Slides does not have its own built-in library of icons. So I wouldn't be able to just insert and add another one. Now with this existing one, I could recolor it. I could click on that, click on Format Options. I get this menu here, and then I get a couple of different options for recoloring it, but I'm not able to add any new ones. What I need is to find an add-on that I can put into Google Slides. So I'm going to go here to Add-ons, click Get Add-ons. So I'm going to enter here in Search Add-ons, I'm going to enter the word Icons. I'm going to choose this first one, Insert Icons for Slides. I'll click Free, that just adds it in. And now, if I want an icon, I click Add-ons, and it's there. I'm going to choose Open Sidebar to select icons, and I get a menu. Some of them come from this place called Font Awesome. Other ones come from another place called Material Design. There may be more coming in the future, but you can search. So let's say I want a balloon. All right, so there's nothing in material design. Is there anything in font awesome? I think that the icons are limited here. So I'm just going to put woman. I'm going to make it a little simpler. In material design, it's just a pregnant woman. In font awesome, it's just sort of this generic female. So I'm going to click that. And that's what I get. So it's not probably as robust as the other options in PowerPoint, but it's something. Let me try something else. What about tree? Okay, in font awesome I get some, so I'll choose this this branch thing. So suppose I don't want it to be this yellowish color. I can change the color over here by sort of dragging this around, or I can enter what's called a hex code. If I know the hex code of that color, I can enter that and get something really specific. So let's go ahead and choose that. And I can resize it in the same way. And if I click out of that and click on this here, I get other options for recoloring it also. So those are the basics of working with icons. It's definitely right now not as good in Google Slides as it is in PowerPoint, but Google Slides also changes all the time, so that could get better over time.